Righto guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we're down the local. It's pretty much bang on high tide. It's bloody big tide actually, to be honest with you. So we're going to throw it in here and we're going to shoot up the creek for the night. Apparently starting to get a few barra. So I'm not real up with me barra fishing. It's been quite a while, so let's get into it and have a go. We're up the creek here now. Just got a couple of little lures out, do a couple of trawls, and we'll map the bottom. We'll have a look. We'll see what the bottom's doing. It's been quite a while since we've been up here. Might be a few different holes here or there. So we'll just do a couple of laps, trawl it, we'll map it, and we'll work out a game plan. I don't know if you can pick that up. There's a nice thready swimming on the surface there. See if I can drift in. I might try and get him in the throw net here. Alright, so basically this tide's humming now. She's on its way out. We've been up here probably an hour or so now. But, yeah, got a few liveys, a couple survived there. But, yeah, so we're gonna just drift up here. There's a lot of these little waterways here. We're gonna shoot up a little bit, and then we're just gonna drift with the current and just throw the net. Obviously by myself, so it's a bit hard throwing the net and driving. I'm just going to try and do the drift back and just throw into all these little dead waters and see if we can't get a few mullet. That ain't worth a look for a crab. I don't know what is. Just cruising along, still looking for a bit of bait. It's pretty hard going for the mullet. But so yeah, just found a couple of these crab holes. Too good not to have a look, I think. We'll have a go. Oh, it's going to be deadly. So we picked this little side creek to settle in, soak a few baits, have a couple of beers and wait for the action to start. Oh, decent jack. No way! That is one solid jack. That is a stonker. No way. Check that out. I'll chuck him on the brag mat for you. You, first fish. Only been fishing for a little short time. We'll call him 450. Bang on the money. Solid fish. Unfortunately, that was as good as it got. The catfish moved in, and that was the fishing all over until the tide started to move again. Okay, so pretty much that's the end of it. We used all our bait, all our liveys, and even whatever died, we used all them. Got that nice mangrove jack straight off the bat. That was awesome. And then the bloody, I think the tide must have stopped and the bloody catfish moved in. Just wiped everything out. Got one cod, small cod, but that was pretty much it. It's about now we're sitting on the bottom, just waiting for a bit of tide. We'll go and try and get some more liveys. We'll see how that goes in the dark by myself. So hopefully we can get some more liveys. Got a little bit of squid there. I'll get thready on squid maybe, not sure. But other than that, she might be an early night if we can't get any liveys. That's a handy little thing to have in the boat when you're fishing up the creeks. Just a little mozzie coil ticking away. Got a good little spot for it in my boat here. Just where the cutout is under there. Sit it under there. I don't kick it over, so that's even better. So I've chucked this massive mullet down. I've jumped in my swag. What that'll do for the night. It's just going off. Shot up this tiny little creek here. It's pretty hard going at the minute. This tide is humming. And he's going into mangroves I'm here till the morning, so I'm quite happy just to, if I can't get him out, I'm just going to throw the anchor out and sit here and wait. Because when I wake up in the morning, this will be as dry as a chip and he'll be sitting on the bank, I'm hoping. Because he's in them mangroves. A little bit of a play here, but I think he's well and truly in them mangroves. He took off at a great rate of knots too. Morning guys. Wow, what a night. Oh. I don't know what happened really, but yeah, got a bit hectic there. Kind of got to that point where, do I get the GoPro and film this, or do I just try and stay alive? I just did the old try and stay alive thing. But, yeah, the plan of sitting there and waiting for that fish wasn't a real good one. Once that tide started humming, we ended up backwards against the current, and I couldn't get the rope off, and it was nasty. But anyway, see what the damage is here. Right, that hasn't gone to plan either. We're having a real good win here. Yeah, here it is. I sort of decided that I'll shoot out of the creek. I ended up leaving 2 anchors up there as well. I'll tying the back of the boat off, and I was going to go and get them once I get a bit of tide. But, yeah, I thought I'd pull up here. Had 4.5 metres of water when I pulled up last night. Just like, there's no water now, so we're sitting on the bottom again. So anyway, it is what it is. I'll make a coffee. It was aftermath of last night. Bloody ropes going everywhere. Anyway, glorious morning. Looking for a positive. Always looking for a positive. Anyway, we'll clean this up, roll my swag up. Anyone wants to know, I'll jump up in front here. So I can lay my swag out full length. That I'll either put it down there or up on the casting deck. If I bring the big esky, I'll put it up on the casting deck, and the big esky just makes the casting deck that little bit longer. That's cool. So anyway, I think we're going to be really high and dry soon. It's coming. Anyway, coffee time. So I thought I'd jump out and go for a wander. So let's face it, gonna be here for a while, I think. I forgot my coffee cup. My 6B's coffee cup. So anyway, it is what it is. It's all about the adventure. Don't call OTT adventures for nothing. So yeah, bit of a recap on last night. I had to sit there and do a bit of a debrief this morning. It was it was pretty wild. There's not too many times, most people that know me, I'm a bit of a she'll be right sort of fella, but yeah, there's not too many times that I won't have a go at something. But last night I got to the point where I had a knife in my hand. I was going to cut the rope because that tide was humming that hard. It was sort of starting to pull the back of the boat in because I was backwards to the tide, and it started to sort of pull the back of the boat down, and that's the 2 anchors that I've left up there. They're on a float, but I went back to see if I could find them last night once I got off, and I couldn't even find them, so they got pulled under. But so when we get a bit of tide this morning, I might shoot back up there and see if I can See if I can find them. Beauty of a big tide is it goes out quick, but it comes in real quick too. So fingers crossed. 2 hours, 3 hours, a couple more coffees. It's just about that bad. I should have had a bloody beer, to be honest with you. Anyway, cheers. So it's quite obviously we've missed the tide here. I was having my coffee just before, wandered out here, the driftwood there, so I snapped the piece off and just marked the tide. This is probably like 5 minutes ago. Turned around, and my stick's out in the water already. Just happening around here. So that there was where the water was about 5 minutes ago. So that's what I was saying before. The good part about a big tide, you generally don't have to wait long for it to come back. So the tide was literally walking out while I was making a coffee, and it's basically a non-stop tide. So it's gone and it's coming. So that's not such a bad thing. Leveled the boat out. That was a bit of a job. Starting to piss me off trying to boil a coffee on the piss. But anyway, joys of it. Never a dull moment. There you have it. Another 10 minutes later. Contact. I don't know if you can see with the sun, but there's my stick way out there. It's not far away now. Another half hour or so maybe. Might have enough to float. So here we go. Just cleaning up a bit of the aftermath last night. Fair bit of mud and shit in here. Anyway. Right, so we're pretty much floating now. We're bobbing on the bottom. Each wave that goes past, we're just bobbing away. So we're not far away from drifting off. Wind's blowing out. So kind of hoping we'll drift that way once we get going out into a bit of deeper water. Then we might shoot out and explore a couple of the last islands out here. It won't take long to zip along in this weather. It's a little bit on the breezy side, but tucking nice and close and we should be laughing. We're just cruising along the shallows here on the Minkota, just having a look around, pretty much. She's a bit choppy out there where we just came from, as you probably would have seen. But, just having a bit of a scout around for some bone. As you can see, it's pretty good looking bottom here. Might be worth a dive, I'd say. Haven't seen anything as yet though. A couple of turtles, a couple of big rays, that's about it. But, oh, there's a big bone. I don't know if you can see him, he's just under that ledge there. Oh, he's poked his head out. Yep. Definitely worth coming back for a dive. So we had a pretty cool look up here. A little bit of a passage here. Scouted out a bit of ground, might come back and have a dive in a couple of weeks and see if we can grab one or two of those bone. Probably notice I don't go out and get massive bags, and you can come out quite regularly, you don't need to. So just grab 2 or 3 fish. I'm stoked that I got that jack yesterday, so I'm happy with that. That's why I haven't pushed the fishing side. I had a go last night. I'm tipping it was a barra, the way it took off and the way it went. But anyway, we got chafed off. I didn't think we'd last the night there with a braid in the trees, but anyway, we had a go. We tried. Eagle ray there. But anyway, so we're going to punch back into this, go up the creek again, see if I can track down me 2 anchors that I've left behind. Hopefully the float's still there. Do a bit of searching, I think. You beauty. There's me float. So I'm tipping there's going to be a couple of anchors on the end of there. And I'd absolutely laugh if there was a fish tangled up still hanging in the trees. But I can't see it. Was in there somewhere. There's me mooring anchor from last night. Yeehaw. That back. Just gonna have one last look in the trees here. Mangrove, see if I see any braid hanging out of the tree. See some of the carnage from last night. Snapped branches. It's hectic. Oh, there's even snapped off branches down in here. Ended up tangled up. Had one big chunk in the prop, shut the motor off. So then I'm on Googling, trying to work out, because we've got a code coming up because it's shut the motor off. Bloody, oh mate, it was loose last night. That's why I pulled the pin and was like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm done. Can't see any braid hanging anywhere. It's definitely wrapped around there somewhere. Oh, lost it. So I've made it back. Beautiful run across the bay. Got a breath of wind. It's just starting to pick up now. So yeah, get this rig on the trailer. Get the job done. Time for a beer, right? Right, so we're back on the trailer. Kind of a little bit happy about it, to be honest with you. It was a wild old night. Seem to be doing this thing to myself lately. Just yeah, send it and see what happens. I don't know if I'm taking years off my life or what's happening, but yeah, having a good time doing it anyway, making some good memories. Anyway, it's time for one of these. Enjoy. Cheers guys. So there you have it, guys. That's the latest trip in the OTT. Probably not our prettiest, but I think the scenery around the coast here of the Pilbara definitely made up for it. And obviously that mangrove jack was something special that you don't sort of get every day up here. Nice 450, 460 jack. So that's bang on. The tinny, as always, flawless, but as anything custom, is always work in progress. So we've kind of worked out over the last 1,000 nautical miles, I think we're up around that, touch over 1,000 nautical miles, what works and what's not working at the moment. And one thing that's probably not working is me pulling an anchor. It's not the safest thing while you're out by yourself in a bit of rough water or up a creek like we had this trip, trying to pull anchors and stuff like that. So we're going to invest and we're going for an anchor winch. So that's something big that we're going to do to it. And so that'll keep me down at the helm, somewhere a bit safer. Obviously, if I go overboard by myself, not a real good outcome. But so anyway, and lighting's another issue that we're having up the creek. I've been running wires from the batteries down the back and little 6-inch light bars. So we're going to hard mount, get a couple of brackets welded up underneath the bowsprit, and we've got a double stack 2 12-inch light bars under there from Steedy. So that should be really good. Should be able to light the way then. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. We've got some pretty good trips planned. Obviously summer up here, starting to get into summer. It's a bit breezy, so we're probably going to hit the creeks a little bit more. But there's a lot of creeks a long way away that people don't get to, and we're going to try and get to those. But as always, merch is out there, shirts, fishing shirts, Christmas around the corner. I've got some new colours in the fishing shirts coming, so hit us up, check out the Facebook page, they're all on there. And as always, stay tuned. Cheers for watching, enjoy.